Hey, welcome in. Well, we have here another attack on fun. Coming from the usual sources, Facebook threatens to unpublish comedian JP Sears after mocking COVID-19 lockdowns. Now, JP Sears does the Awaken with JP channel on YouTube, which I'm subscribed to. I think it's very funny. A lot of people think it's very funny. I mean, his videos get millions of views. But, of course, he's doing wrongthink, and comedians can't have wrongthink, right? I mean, comedians can't poke fun at the ruling classes, right? Well, because, that would make the ruling classes mad. And they don't want to be mad. And they don't want to laugh either. And they certainly don't want to laugh at themselves. I mean, you think that CNN wants to laugh at itself? No, they don't. Do you think politicians want to laugh at themselves? No, they do not. But anyway, I would check out Awaken with JP on YouTube because it's very good. Anyway, it says here, internet comedian JP Sears, who has routinely mocked leftist political correctness, as well as the excesses of the lockdowns, asked his 2.7 million Facebook followers on Tuesday to join him in Parler after Facebook threatened to unpublish his page for violating community standards. And of course, community standards is a euphemism for do as you're told. Now, again, he's very popular, 2.7 million Facebook followers. I mean, a lot of people want to hear what he has to say. They want to laugh, especially at a time where there's so much stress. People want to laugh, and they want to poke fun at their leaders and the hypocritical and stupid things that they say. It's cathartic. It's good. Societies need to have a release valve like this. When they don't have a release valve like this, bad things tend to happen in a society. Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say, if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. But anyway, let's continue. What did JP Sears have to say? Quote, "Hey family, looks like my days here on Facebook are numbered. Please join me on Parler. I'm on Parler too. You should join me there as well, where I'll continue to share uncensored." He wrote in a Facebook post. "On a side note, I will not back down from tyranny. I will, without question, risk losing what I have in the name of freedom. And I know many others are doing the same. I will keep going." That'd be nice to hear the occasional, mainstream journalist say every now and then, wouldn't it? As opposed to, everything that's not part of the narrative that I'm selling you is fake news or dangerous or misinformation or, you know what they say. Anyway, it says Sears shared a warning from Facebook accusing him of violating the platform's community standards. Nearly a month ago, the comedian announced his move to Parler after social media began cracking down on free speech. Quote, "Because there is massive censorship happening on the major platforms, I have just joined Parler. Please follow me there as it's censorship-free and I'll be speaking my mind 100% freely." Now, I don't know if he's on the other platforms yet as well. I mean, I certainly recommend them all. I'm on Rumble, BitChute, Minds, Parler, Odyssey, which used to be Library, also Locals as well. These are great platforms, and soon these will be the only places where you have free speech, any free speech, unless you're doing, makeup videos, right? Anyway, it says that Sears received an outpouring of support after revealing he'd been censored. Yeah, people love him. And it is a great channel. And it is cathartic. And it is the kind of satire that societies need to keep from boiling over. Anyway, what did people have to say? Quote, "Sick, they are awful. Keep speaking up, JP. What they don't understand is this. You can try to censor, but we will never give up. You are a national treasure, and I love your work. Helps to keep me sane." This is what I'm talking about. Helps to keep me sane. If you want to keep things at the levels of debate and essentially just words and communication and not what comes next, you need to, people like this need to have a platform. Anyway, here's the next one. Quote, "Clearly, you are a bit too close to the target for their comfort. Keep up the good work," said another follower. Again here, he's poking fun at the hypocrisy of leaders who have a very, rules for thee but not for me attitude when it comes to things like lockdowns, masks, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's end this off. Though Sears typically mocks the excesses of wellness culture and New Age thinking, he has turned his satirical eye towards the lockdowns in recent months, often ripping political doublespeak, Democrats' hypocrisy, and the overall self-righteousness exhibited by the pro-lockdown enthusiasts. And there's an example video here below that you'll see a link in the description so you can go to this. And then finally here, as the Daily Wire reported last week, Facebook recently announced that it will be working to stop the spread of vaccine misinformation. So is satire misinformation in that case? Is asking questions misinformation? I think according to the tech overlords, yes. Any questioning. Just questions, just honest questions, good faith questions. That's all no good. That's all verboten for them. No, what you're supposed to do is sit down, shut up, and take your medicine. And being able to ask questions, just good faith questions, including in the form of like satire. These are things that societies need. They must have. It's a pressure valve. Because I'm telling you don't want what comes next. And that is why free speech is extremely important. And it's why this kind of censorship is extremely, extremely foolish. And that's not even touching the human rights issue surrounding this of free speech. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast, Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform, including Spreaker. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.